you're like, I've had enough doing this anymore. And so you should. You need to put boundaries in place. And you've come to the point or the realization that actually something's not okay here, something's not working. You're not replying to the narcissist anymore. It has gone silent from your end. The narcissist is trying, oh, they are trying. But you're like, yeah, whatever. What happens when the narcissist knows you are done? Watch this video because I'm going to explain everything. Hello and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about what happens to the narcissist when they know that you are done. You've come to this point where you're like, nah, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not having none of this. It's done, right? Full stop, put a pin in it, done. First of all, what I do want to say is I'm so glad. I am so glad that you have got to this point. But the narcissist isn't. The narcissist will try and get your attention back. That's what's going to happen to them. They're going to try and first, all right, to try and get your attention back. They hate the fact, all right, that you have become empowered because they think that you are going to be in the same place that they left you. They think that you are going to still be wanting, wishing, and thinking about them. Well, that's what they hope. Like, they really, really hope that. For them, it is an injury. Yes, it is an injury. That's how I would say it. It's huge for them, okay, the fact that you have now taken your own power back and you're in control of what is going on. They don't like it because they want to be in control. They want to be the ones that are managing you. And if they have reached out, if they are at this point where they have reached out to you, okay, and you have rejected them, oh boy, like this is going to be so embarrassing for them and their ego is not going to be able to take it. For them, one of the hardest things is the fact when somebody is able to call the shots in this interaction. For them, it's important that they are in control so they can predict the outcome. Now, either them or you have decided to leave the relationship and go your separate ways. Obviously, if it's them, they haven't told you about it, they've just done it. And they think that now that they're ready, now that maybe something for them hasn't worked out and they need your attention, they need your emotional validation, they're getting in contact with you. You see, this is what they want. They're the ones that want to know or want to be the ones in control of this connection. They want to be able to call the shots and be the ones to know what's going to happen next. When you take that control, all right, when you take the lead on this, they can't handle it. You see, because you remove all attention and emotional validation towards them and they haven't got information on you. They don't know what your next move is going to be. They don't know how to anticipate what's going to happen. And the reason why they stay stuck in this process is because they have an attachment disorder. And I talk a lot about this in the videos. They have an attachment disorder where they can't attach onto you correctly, but they also can't detach from you in a healthy way. And also added to that is that they believe that you belong to them. Okay, so they believe that you are there for them, that you are their possession. Yes, my friends, even though they maybe have moved on and they've got new supply, they still believe that you are their possession. And they feel like if you are their possession, because they objectify people, they see people as objects and things, they don't connect to people, this is part of the attachment disorder, that they can then do whatever it is that they want. They think that they can come back and give you some lame excuse or maybe not even any explanation. They think that they can come back and catch up where they have left off, like nothing's happened, no explanation, no understanding, no nothing. It's because they don't want to take responsibility for their actions, so they're not going to give you an explanation. But this is what they want. They want to know that they can come back to you, that you're going to be there with open arms, have them back and everything is going to be okay. Meanwhile, all of the chaos, all of the drama, all of the trauma that they have caused, well, that doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter what they have done. They want to know that they can come back and you're going to be like, oh, I'm so happy you're back. I'm so glad that you are here. But in the real world, we know that that doesn't happen. We know that someone cannot do that. You see, they struggle with social cues. They don't understand emotional cues from another person. They don't want to understand it, or they can't understand it because of their problematic childhoods. They can't understand social and emotional cues, which is why you get this type of behavior, which is why you get this type of treatment. So in actual fact, when the narcissist knows you are done, they can't handle this. They don't want to handle this. They will fight tooth and nail. Okay, if they believe that you are at this point where they can come back and contact you and let's start this whole cycle again of value, devalue and discard, when they believe that you are still game and you're still going to do that, they will come back for you. But for a lot of you who have kind of overridden that and got better, understood and healed, they're not going to do that. So when they realize that you are at this point, they're not going to reach out to you. What they will do is they will watch you instead. Oh yes, my friends, they will watch you instead. Maybe on your social media, maybe through flying monkeys. They will watch because you can't just leave. You can't just get away and go and live your own life. Remember, you still belong to them. This is what they think. So either way you look at it, all right, you get to a point where you're like, I'm done. Okay, the narcissist doesn't like this. This can, do you know, this stalking and this watching can happen weeks, months, maybe even years after, you know, you guys have parted ways. So they will watch. They will constantly watch because of this inability to detach. Okay, this is why this happens. They want to watch. They want to know that, you know, you are not doing well, or they want to know how you are doing, and they would be so happy. They would be so happy if you were sad, if you were depressed, if you were anxious and you are not able to move on. They'd be really happy about that. But you see, that is the way that they think. That is the way that they conduct themselves. And this is what I mean about the emotional and social cues. They don't understand them. They don't get them. And that's why this behavior comes out. That's why they behave this way, because of this inability to understand, to be able to place themselves in somebody else's shoes. This is part of the empathy that they just cannot do. And it's really sad. It's really sad that it has to end up like this, but this is why this is part of their disorder. This is why this actually happens. So the discard, all right, and I know I've talked about this as well in other videos, the discard is not the final stage. It's when you say you're done. It's you that lets go of them. It's you that puts those boundaries in place, because they'll keep going. Oh yeah, they'll keep going. They'll keep contacting you. They'll still keep watching you. It's when you say you are done and you put those certain things in place, those certain measures in place, that they can't come back. So it really depends on you. When you say you are done, that's it, that's final. The narcissist won't be able to handle it. They can't handle things like this. It's because it triggers their abandonment wounds. In childhood, they were rejected, they were abandoned by their caregiver or their parent, and this stays with you. This stays with somebody, and especially with a narcissist who has built their walls so high, you know, their ego is dysfunctional. This triggers them, which is why they then chase. And if they can't have you, this also means that they don't know what to do with themselves, because it triggers their abandonment wounds, triggers the rejection. They don't know what it is because they can't articulate it, but that's actually what happens. And do you really want to be in this cycle? No. So that is exactly what happens with a narcissist when you are done. They hate it. They will try and get you back. And be under no illusion. It's not that they've changed, not that they realize that suddenly, you know, they've been in the wrong and they want to offer you an explanation. It's not about that. It's about getting your attention and your emotional validation. It's what you can supply the narcissist. Because of the way that they objectify people, they see the relationship as transactional. What can you do for me? So stay strong, keep no contact, and if you're done, you've done the right thing for you, and you will be able to move forward from this. I know it's really hard. I know that it really hurts, and it's so difficult because all you want to do is contact them and let's make this better. But that's the worst mistake that you can do. It's not going to get better. It's not going to be any different. It is going to stay like this, even though they're telling you what you want to hear, or they're telling you these sweet nothings, because they are sweet nothings. The thing is, nothing is going to change. This is who they are, and they remain like this. So I hope that this video helps you. I hope it helps you to realize that actually you're more powerful than this. All right, this isn't about them, this is about you. When you say no, that's it. Say at no. Guys, if you are someone who is facing this at the moment and you are struggling with this, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box below. Guys, I also offer a mentorship program, which has so far been really successful. And if you are interested in joining the mentorship program to elevate and level up, please see the description box below. And also I've got the journal club. Again, all the details are in the description box. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.